Oh, yeah. That's Beetlemobile. It's from Creepy Little Mustache, Chris Legan's brand new record, preceded by My Kentucky Bay, and then one of Chris Legan's compositions recorded by the Flat Five, and Look at the Birdie from Another World, their 2020 release. And Chris at the top, the title track to Creepy Little Mustache, just came out 2021 here, and you heard it first because I don't think anybody's played this on the radio yet. Oh boy. And right now, calling in from who knows where, it's Rob Massard. Rob, am I pronouncing your name right?
It's pronounced Massard, but you're pretty close.
Well, then thank you for correcting me.
Sure.
At least I didn't say Smith or Schmigelhoff.
As long as you call me, I'm happy with that.
I'll call you Rob. We've got we've got 3 releases that we're going to be playing today. I'm going to start off with your newest album, and then we're also going to play some cuts from Northern Lights, which came out, it came out recently, but it was originally supposed to come out in 2019, right? Or did I get that wrong?
It did come out in 2019.
Okay. Well, we're going to play some cuts from that. And then you've got 2 new singles, which are fabulous, Slip Away and Don't You Know. And we'll get to those in a little while. And I have to ask you a question before I get into this tune, which is called We Can't Afford the Answers. There's a 12-minute and 26-minute, 12-minute, 26-second, and 10-minute, 53-second tune on this new record. And I was like, wow, that's...
Go ahead, let me have it.
No, that's a lot. Those are like opuses. They're opuses. They're really interesting, and they may not be the most radio friendly, but they're really good tunes. And I if we had more time, I would play those too. But I think I'm just gonna suggest to listeners, if you like what you hear here, go to the album. I think you can stream it on Spotify. It's on iHeartRadio. It's on SoundCloud. It's on YouTube, Pandora, Amazon, and Apple Music. I mean, if you can't find it in any of those places, there's no hope for you.
It's everywhere.
Yeah. So let's hear We Can't Afford the Answers. This is Rob Massard here on The Rock.
Say you're the lucky one, well, lucky you. So much at stake, so much to do. You got so much more to give, so much more. But you're running low on hope while you're running for the door. When it comes to answers, you needn't have to ask. We can't afford the answer. It's a feeling when I ask. Listens to you sleep. Listens to you pray while meditating deep. You have to strip it all away, breathe in time. Be the little girl, the boy who lives inside. When it comes to answers, needn't have to ask. We can't afford the answer. Please take 'em back. Please take 'em back. Please take 'em back. Please take 'em back. When it comes to answers, you needn't have to ask. We can't afford the answer. Please take 'em back. Please take 'em back. Please take 'em back. Please take 'em back.
May the sun come up around you, and the stars upon your shine. May the sun come up around you, and the stars upon your shine. May the sun come up around you, and the stars upon your shine.
That's wonderful. I love the harmony vocals. And who is the female vocalist there?
Oddly as it is, a high school friend of mine's daughter,
Well, she's got a great voice. Does she have a name?
Courtney Downey.
Wow, she's got a fabulous voice. It really fits your music, and I just love your way of arranging harmony vocals. It's ethereal. It's wonderful.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I spend a lot of time on it.
I would think you seem like you may be more ensconced in recording than doing live performance, because I mean it shows. You've really done your work here. You can tell it's just beautifully produced, and you produced this, didn't you?
I have help, but I do the mixing and arranging. I have a couple gentlemen that have studios, and they're very, very insightful. I try to surround myself with good people, and oh man, have I just been very fortunate.
And I noticed that you had this mastered in Budapest. Wow.
Yeah. I have a friend I was introduced to through the wonder of the internet who does nothing but mastering. And so he knows my sound inside and out now. So when I send him something, we talk a little bit about it, and if there's some sprinkles or something I want brought out, he knows how to do it. Yeah, just that little extra, the fine tuning.
Yeah, because it's, the recording part, the engineering part is one part, the mixing is another part. The mastering is just as important as those other two things. And some people say, you know what, I'm going to do it all myself. Sometimes you're good at that. Sometimes you're not.
Yeah. I've got so much in my head I want to get out and recorded. I don't have time for all that. I mean, I'm part of the process. I want to be intimately involved, but I don't claim to be an expert at anything.
Oh, and I want to thank Tinderbox Music and Justin Bailey for introducing your music. And right now we are playing tracks from the album that just came out. It's called Thousand River Sun. And this is a Chris Squire of Yes tune, although was this recorded by Yes originally?
It was. I just wanted to point out that he's the one who wrote it. They ultimately released it as a Yes song, but I believe it was originally off Tornado, which wasn't one of my favorite albums. But John Anderson later did another take on it, and I kind of took the redo and twisted that one and tried to make it my own.
John has been on this show once. He was a I don't know, benefactor or what do you call it when someone teaches a younger person? I forgot the term. In any case, he was that relationship with a young singer-songwriter, composer in this area. And he lives in Shell Beach, and he's still performing to this day. His voice still sounds great. It's amazing. His voice.
Yeah, he's such a great human too. He really is.
So all these songs were written, performed, and co-produced by yourself. And I was just curious, in addition to yourself playing, I guess, most of the instruments, who else is playing what?
Oh, let's see here. On this album, I have a friend of mine, Matt Schellenberg, who plays some keyboards. Depending on what track it is,
Right,
a friend
yeah.
of mine up in Marquette, Michigan, in the UP, Mr. Craig Raymond plays some killer fretless bass, particularly on Onward. I have a high school buddy, Scott Millard, who plays some electric guitar on these songs. And I would be remiss not to mention Michelle Klawicki out of Ann Arbor, Michigan. She plays the cello, and man, does she just fill in. She just gives these songs wings.
Well, let's play Onward. This is a Chris Squire composition performed by my guest, Rob Massard, here on The Rock.
Contained in everything I do, there's love.
Wow. What's that ending there, Rob?
That's me whispering. We were trudging. I was visually trudging through the night, onward through the night. So I was just trudging, and that was my way of expressing it. I thought this is either going to work or be a big flop.
Yeah, no, I really like it.
I think it came out kind of nice.
And how many records have you put out altogether, including this one?
I have 5 now, and I'm 3 songs. I'm actually 4 songs into the next one. They say you don't really release albums anymore, and I'm
That's
tending
ridiculous.
to do that.
No,
Well, yeah. I'm now that I have a little bit of a relationship with Tinderbox, I'm going to release some singles along the way.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Just kind of,
it's a
stay
good
in front of everyone.
It's a good idea to release singles from an album. It's also a good idea to release singles on their own, because then it keeps people engaged with your music. And the great thing about this is if you purchase your new album, which is Thousand River Sun, purchase will help fund pancreatic cancer research. And that's what a great thing that is.
I hooked up with a network called PanCan, Pancreatic Cancer Network, out of Huntington Beach. And, I'm going to start giving proceeds through music, through sales of any kind of swag I have to them. And it kind of goes back a few years. I lost my brother to pancreatic cancer, and
Sorry.
It's just a silent killer.
Yeah.
It comes on so fast, and by the time they diagnose it, it's not good news. And we can be better than this. So I have a cause and a purpose, and I'm thrilled to do it, and I want to be part. And if it helps one person, I feel like I might have done something good.
Well, I've known, I think every person I've known with pancreatic cancer did pass rather fast. It is unseen. The person who has it doesn't even know, and all of a sudden there it is. And it's the same thing with dementia and Alzheimer's and various other things. I'm just hoping that as we progress through other things in our technological prowess, that we can actually tend to some of these things that have been dogging us for so many years, and maybe tend to the things that are causing them, not just fixing people who are sick, but maybe trying to prevent them in some way.
Oh, sure. It's about the research, but it is also about the families and supporting them while they're going through it. There's so many angles to it, you know.
Yes, well, I would like to play a portion of Illuminations of Daybreak. It's almost an 11-minute tune, and this is the last tune on the album. And you want to say something about this before I give it a spin?
Sure. It's kind of a mood thing. It's kind of like, just what it says, Illuminations of Daybreak. It's kind of like a meditation piece. There's a lot of little pieces amongst it, and you're not going to hear it all because 11 minutes is a long time for radio, but it's like a meditation piece. I'll just kind of leave it at that.
That's Rob Massard. Right? Am I pronouncing your name right?
You are right on.
Okay, sorry about that. And that was Illumination of Daybreak. This is from his new album, Thousand River Sun. Rob Massard, Massard. Rob, I know you have a website. I'm looking furtively for it at this moment, but you'll probably tell it to me before I find it.
It's very easy, robmassard.com.
That is really easy. And Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, YouTube, and what is it? iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, and Pandora, and Amazon. You're on all those places. So if you want to get the physical CD, which I recommend, I always recommend the physical CD. It's which is the best place that you recommend to get it?
I think you can get it on Amazon, or you can get it on a site called CD Baby.
No, CD Baby does not sell CDs anymore. People don't know that, but they stopped selling CDs about 2 years ago.
Well, they have 5 of mine in their archives.
Well, good. Maybe they'll send them back to you so you can sell them to somebody. But you'll have to pay for the return shipping.
Right. If you want to ping me through my website, or better yet, through my Facebook page, I'd be happy to send you a CD.
Yeah. And I wanted to mention that now we're going to go. But you were going to mention something about that recording, right?
Yeah, it's really a happy accident is all it is. That was a one take. 2 takes, I apologize. I was in my studio, and I had my acoustic guitar, and I was kind of just concentrating on the 2 chords. And then I recorded this on an iPhone, of all things. And then I got a second iPhone out, and I got my electric guitar out, and I used a little tool called an EBow, and I recorded over the other recording. And that's actually what we went to the studio with, which I thought, this quality's never going to cut it. But we were able to clean it up a bit. And honestly, it was, one time through. I don't know how it happened, a happy accident.
Well, it is very meditative and really cool. This is KEBF Morro Bay, KZSR Paso Robles. We are your listener-supported community radio for the California Central Coast and worldwide at centralcoastradio.org. Please consider donating. If you decide to make a donation of $52, that comes out to just $1 a week. And as a member for that $52, which is completely tax deductible, you will receive 2 rock T-shirts, which look fantastic, and 2 window stickers. And thank you for keeping the rock alive and allowing us to continue broadcasting this wide variety of unique, locally produced programming. Donate now, centralcoastradio.org. Tuesday Lunch with Abe here till 6 o'clock. Rob Massard, calling in from the wilds of Michigan, is my guest. And we are now going to go back to an album that came out in 2019. I'm just going to play one track, which I really like. I guess you'd call it my favorite track on the record. And this one also has a long beginning and a long ending track. And you know what? I like the fact that you do that because it becomes a listening experience when you listen to the whole thing. They really work with each other. This tune is called We See Things. Is there a little story that goes behind this one?
It's kind of just like a story about our perspectives. We see things as we are. If you're a positive person, you're going to probably see the positive in something. And if you're maybe not in a good place, you tend to not see the good things and other things. And if you can realize that, you can turn it around,
see things. We see things. We see things as we are. You gotta vibe your vibe. You gotta shine your shine. You gotta self yourself. You gotta self yourself. We see things. We see things. We see things as we are. We see things. We see things. We see things as we
That's from Northern Lights, Rob Massard here on The Rock. It's Tuesday lunch with Abe. Rob is calling in from the beautiful middle section of Michigan, right? What's it like there?
It's cold. No shock there. Right now, we don't have any snow on the ground. Yesterday, we had a couple whiteouts. It was really blowing, but none of it stuck. But it's coming soon.
Well, you know, I just read, I think this is coming up this weekend, there's supposed to be a heat wave going through the entire center of the country. And I mean hot. I don't mean like 40 degrees. I mean like 60, 70 degrees, maybe even hotter than that, which looks like it's another one of those reverse things of the polar vortex. Instead, it's coming up from the equator versus coming down from the northern latitudes. So I'm curious to see what happens with that. And in the meantime, I would like to mention that we're going to play two more tunes. These are brand new singles that have never been played on the radio before. And so I'm honored, Rob, that you've chosen Tuesday Lunch with Abe to throw these up there in the radio universe. And this one is Slip Away. It's featuring yourself on acoustic guitar. And now you put acoustic guitar Nashville tuning. Is that the same guitar or is that another guitar?
That's a separate guitar.
What is Nashville tuning?
Nashville tuning, for the non-musician, you use a lot of the high strings where the low strings would be. Like your heavy strings on a guitar, your first, second, third position strings, you use high strings. So it gives us this really chimey, wonderful, warm sound that is completely different than it complements a regular guitar.
Oh, okay. And then you're also lead and harmony vocals, and then you've got your recordist and co-producer David Roof from Rooftop Recording in Grand Blanc, Michigan, playing percussion, bass, trumpet, piano, classical guitar, and harmony vocals. And
yeah, he wanted to be part of the harmony, so I said, sure, why not? But he's a master of so many instruments. I wanted to take advantage of that, and he does such a wonderful job.
I'm just curious how long it took to record Slip Away, because it's got so much in it. There's so much nuance, and a lot of the harmony vocals are just amazing in this recording. So how long did it take to do it from the very beginning to the end of mastering?
2 days.
Oh, my, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
We're serious business when we go in the studio.
That's incredible.
It's expensive time. You want to be organized. Of course, we experiment a little, but we go to it. We don't fool around. We do go out to lunch, though. Lunch is important.
It's high time. We need to draw the line. Dear Mother Nature, for what it's worth, without intent, we destroy Earth. Don't let us slip away. Don't let us slip away. Blood on our watch, blood on our hands. Throughout the skies, throughout the lands. Home of the brave, land of the free. We stole it all, did none of these. Don't let us slip away. Don't let us slip away. Bow to you with my head down low. We didn't ask and we didn't know. We take much more than we ever need. To satisfy our hunger, satisfy our greed. Don't let us slip away. Don't let us slip away. Yeah, yeah.
Now, you won't believe this, but that was recorded by 2 people. Everything by 2 people. All the vocals, all the instruments. Rob Massard, my guest, and David Roof, who was also the recordist and co-producer. And great job. It's called Slip Away. That's a brand new single. Is that going to appear on an album, do you think?
Oh, I would suspect so.
And you did these 2. I'm going to play the last song in this segment. It's called Don't You Know. And both of these songs were recorded, mixed, and mastered in 2 days, which just blows my mind because there's so much complexity in the vocal arrangements and the instrumental arrangements. Did such a great job.
Wow, thank you so much.
Yeah. Well, I will remind people that if they there's an event you're doing in June. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Oh, sure. We are doing a benefit concert for Pancreatic Cancer Network in Ann Arbor, Michigan at the Ark, which is just an amazing folk venue, one of the best, if not the best, in the Midwest. June 7th, 2022. It will be posted on the website and Facebook pages and on PanCan's website as well.
How do you spell PanCan?
Just like it is, PANCAN, Pancreatic
okay.
Cancer Action Network, Huntington Beach, California.
And Rob's name is spelled Rob, and then Massard, and robmassard.com. And then I look forward to hearing more music from you in the future. And thanks so much for spending 50 minutes with me today.
Gosh, thanks for supporting us, Abe. Truly appreciate it. Thank you, everyone, for listening. All my California friends, hey there. Truly appreciate the support, Abe.
You're welcome. Take care.
All righty. Talk to you soon.
And this is Don't You Know, Rob Massard here on The Rock.
I'm calling on the human race. We've got no time to waste. We've got to look out for one another. We've got to shelter in place. And I think it's time to go. Don't you know? There's only so much to do. There's only so much we can say. As time reveals the mystery. We can't go and we can't stay. And I think it's time to go. Don't you know? I'm digging in, digging in, digging in, digging in, digging out. I'm reaching in, reaching in, reaching in, reaching in, reaching out. You're here for me and I'm here for you. Calling in, calling in, calling in, calling out. And I think it's time to go. Don't you know? I'm crawling in, crawling in, crawling in, crawling in, crawling out. I'm falling in, falling in, falling in, falling in, falling out. I'm giving in, giving in, giving in, giving in, giving out. I'm breathing in, breathing in, breathing in, breathing in, breathing out. And I think it's time to go. Don't you know? And I think it's time to go. Don't you know? Oh,
That's Rob Massard from his newest single, Don't You Know? I don't know if he's even posted that yet. So go to his website, robmassard.com, Massard. It's Tuesday Lunch with Abe.